Hey guys, yesterday I made a video showing 8 locations for the 3rd stone of Nerthus and where that's hidden, and there is a 9th location, and I'm guessing this is probably the final one. And big shout out to Empty Juice Box, he messaged me and let me know about this one. So yes, there are 9 total locations at this time, and if you're in spawn, all you have to do is look up above the quick revive machine. You're going to see that same rock with that same like moss sticks coming out of it. Again, you'll need the razor gun to actually shoot and break open that stone, and if it's in there, you'll see it fall down. This video is very short, so I wanted to take this time to talk about Son of Nerthus and that crazy statue in that one room with like the bleeding eyes and what it actually is. To access that secret room, you need to do the lockdown event and then open this freezer door. That's going to allow you to get all 3 stones, and then after you do the lockdown event, it will finally allow you to break open the secret entrance into the sacred, ritual area. You just use explosive damage while you're on the minecart and then, hold X or square and it will put you in here. Again, I'm briefly describing these steps so you guys kind of know at what point in the Easter egg this is a part of, but I'm assuming that most people that are watching this are going to already know a lot about the steps and are just needing a little bit of guidance on that last stone. So once you get all 3 stones, you open up this area right here. This is like a sacred ritual or shrine area, and we saw this in the trailer and we were all wondering like, what is that crazy statue with the bleeding eyes? Before the map actually came out and we knew what it was, I was trying to do some research to see if we could figure it out, and I got kind of close, but my guess was that it was some god called Frassetti. And basically Frassetti was a Norse god, and he had a well on this island where apparently his shrine was in there, and it was like a sacred area for him. So I was wrong about the god, but it was correct that this is about Germanic Norse mythology. Obviously, when you pick up those stones and it says Son of Nerthus, and then you go into this chamber, obviously that's the mother of the son, you would assume, and Cameron Dayton had actually tweeted some good information about this. He describes it as the goddess Nerthus rules on an island of the sea and travels veiled in cloth, astride a chariot drawn by sacred cattle. Her day of worship is performed by slaves who, upon performing their rites, are immediately drowned. And I'll expand on that just a little bit. So yeah, this is the Germanic Norse deity from Norse mythology. She is the goddess of earth, nature, and fertility. Her name is obviously Nerthus. She was worshipped by several Germanic tribes, and her ritual setting is described where there's an image of her, like a statue, and she stands concealed in cloth in a sacred grove. It also says that only her clergy or priests were permitted to touch or even approach the sacred statue, and all others that tried were put to death. Nerthus represented Mother Earth, and she was an earth goddess, and those types of goddesses were considered very fierce. So she was associated a lot with sacrifice, and particularly blood sacrifices. In fact, there was a ritual that would take place where the statue needed to be cleansed in a sacred pool or lake, but because no one could touch the statue, they would use slaves to do it. And after the slaves cleansed the statue, those slaves had to be sacrificed and drowned in that lake. And I think that's what's being represented here. Those 3 skeleton bodies are the slaves that had cleaned the statue and then were sacrificed there. And how Nerthus, fits in with Heligoland is that in real mythology, the scholars that studied, Nerthus said that there was an island on which Nerthus' statue was kept, and on which was situated on her sacred lake, and that was Heligoland, and Heligoland actually means Holy Land. So Sledgehammer is definitely following very close with historical references here regarding the statue and this goddess, and it's, it's pretty cool, but it's good to finally know like what this thing is. But I hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you next video.